Hello everyone. Today our motivational topic is the scientific theory behind love is blind. Why is it always called love is blind? Have you ever forgotten the chance to say I love him, her blindly, or he or she loves me blindly? If yes, then you are lucky, I would say, in the second question, but maybe in the first question you are not, especially if it's one sided. However, why is it always said love is blind? Why have we always heard about blind love? Why has love has associated with blindness? The reason behind the popular phrase that love is blind is that when you deeply love someone, you ignore their flaws and red flags. So why do we ignore their flaws? Why we can't see their flaws and when everybody see them? Why do we become blind in love? Let's see the scientific theory behind love is blind. Scientifically, when we fall in love with someone, your brain and body react differently. Certain neurochemicals and hormones change, which leads to judgment and perception of a person. So, is it true that love is blind? It all depends from person to person. Some people who give family like importance to their partner and can do literally anything for them are the ones for whom love is differently or definitely blind. They are crazy bunch of manias who have defined and redefined the meaning of love time and again. People who are remembered in history, people who have done stuff nobody can image or imagine, people who rarely exist in today's world. But there are other people too who look for a practical, logical answer and are not as crazy as above mentioned category. So for them, love is not blind. It's a deal, my dear friend. Yes. That's why this question is coming in this age because we have become more practical and more logical and more reasonable, and we need a solid reason behind every action. We calculate so much that we have forgotten the meaning of life. That craziness and that spontaneity is lost somewhere. Speaking from experience, love is blind because when you are in love with a person, anything they do attracts you. When they do the right things, you feel proud and delighted while you push away the uneasy feelings you feel in your gut when they do something wrong. Their sweet words entice you so much that you tolerate their harsh words just to hear them whisper sweet nothings into your ear later. You put up their tantrums and immature behavior because we know that they will be mature for 5 minutes of every day. And those 5 minutes are what you look forward to. But they could be 80% toxic and 20 nice, but their sweet face and beautiful smile has you wrapped around their little finger. You condition yourself and adjusting for the bare minimum and turn yourself into a puppet for your lover. Their happiness becomes your happiness, their sadness yours. You probably might end up losing yourself little by little. If you are with the wrong person, they might bring out the worst in you and might make you feel like you are a complete failure. Yet you stay with them because you love them and care for them, my friend. They are probably on the receiving end and you probably receiving nothing. You put on a brave face and deal with your problems one day at a time until you feel like you are doing to burst, and your lover will probably ask you, "What's wrong?" Truly, love is blind. Eyesight is useless if the insight is blind. Now, once up a time, yes. Now, love is not blind. It's a sharp, intelligent, high IQ, good in maths, quick in chemistry, well knowledge about materials, like whether she or he is marriage material or not. So, love is cleverly divided in too many parts in present times. Infatuations, crush, fancying, liking, checking the compatibility, dating, testing, then coming to conclusion. It needs not be love always, matter of convenience. Love happens once in life, like, and it will be permanent. If you love in, if you fall in love with every second person periodically, first love, second love, third love, it's called something else, my dear friend. Maybe the seasonable viral infection or influenza. Love happens suddenly, wakes up brains also after initial phase. It's a smart love, not blind love. The world works surprisingly in imperfect way. What all of us do is make our choice. People unnecessarily blame faith, caste, status, positions, money, etc. God sets some rules to every living being. Instead of following them, we make our own choices, creating countless anomalies. When can't go ahead for various reasons, finally blame God. Humans love to blame faith, but faith is nothing but a waven of my rod of choices. We humans make, we act as per our wish. When the time comes to face the consequences, we cry foul. At present, love is that a corporate company employee failing in love or falling in love with an happening. Generally, they choose in their surrounding only. Then how can we call love is blind? Skin tone, height, weight of wallet, caste, property, position, future, prosperity, career, growth. I am tired to tell remaining many more. These many things are taken into consideration before falling in love. I know a few cases where they fell apart after 3 to 5 years of love, stating great job, offer in distant place for one partner, lack of ambition in career for one partner, many like these. Where is love? When it evaporated, what is going on is matter of comfort, convenience, not many red flags. That's it. where is sacrificing self for love, either ending life or killing a life in the name of love. That's it, a mad love, not blind love. Obsession. Some more strong lovers even post each other's personal life in internet, blackmailing, harassing, filing false cases after falling in love. So far, for past 2 to 3 decades, I have not seen any loved blind or blind love. I have seen wise love. Love can wait, so they focus on education and career. Love cannot earn bread. They know it very well. It's all in the perspective of the content. Some believe love is blind because it exerts you to do things out of the norms or accept things out of the norms. Yes, yet I believe you are fully conscious of your love, which is why you do the things you do or accept what you do. Thus, I don't believe love is blind. However, it's a cliche we see pictured in movies and televisions depicted as foolery or crazy, even psychotic. It's not that either. I believe the definition of love provided to me as a guidance, and I use it to always remember what love truly is. Love is patience and kind. Love is not jealous. It does not brag, does not get puffed up in pride, does not behave in density, does not look for its own interest, does not become provoked, it does not keep account of injury or wrongdoing, it does not rejoice over lies and deception, but rejoices with true and honesty. Love bears all things, it's loyal. Love believes all things, it is faithful, hopes all things, and endures all things. In the end, love never fails. It is with my whole I believe this about love. Now, before one can determine if something is blind, one needs firstly to know what is that might be blind. Now that that's out of the way, have you got a blind connection of emotions, which quite frankly sounds a bit of nonsense? According, I think the word blind is wrong. It's misleading. Ask rather, have you got a confused, overwhelmed, discom- discombobulated, or disorganized collection of emotions? And suddenly that makes a lot more sense. Collections can be all over the place. So, love is blind or not? Why or why not? They don't call it the honeymoon phase for nothing. Those first few months of a relationship where everything seems Disney perfect and where not a single soul in this earth will convenience or convince you otherwise. Days seems shorter and rights even more so. But when apart, the agony of times fit as it drags with you to that point where hours feels like months and soon like forever becomes nothing short of unbearable. So, and being in love is that, or is what makes us delightfully blind, for we spend everything waking moment holding on to sweet words and even sweeter promises, trusting them to guide us along this unfamiliar path. Although blind we may be, the beauty of hope is what puts that sparkle in our eye. But sometimes the high towers of our expectations and the facade of the person we build it for both tumble to the ground along with the sparkle we believe was ours to keep. Somehow reality comes like the proverbial thief in the right in the night, and what we are then left with is not always and necessarily what we imagined it could be. As we then find ourselves in the middle of what should be or what should have been, and what is love is the lamp that will guide us alone. Should we wish to continue, for love alone can conquer mountains, weather stormy seas, and see the perfection in imperfection. Love looks for the beauty in the less beauty, not because it is fueled by blind stupidity and over optimistic beliefs. Love plants the beauty in the less beautiful exactly because it sees. So do not believe that love is blind. What I believe through that, you do accept and love the person with all of his her shortcomings. We do know that nobody is perfect, and we do not expect our loved one to be perfect. Personally, I think that the reason for the love is blind saying is because different persons tolerate different things. I knew a couple, the husband loved lecturing everybody. That annoyed a lot of people, but his wife was just eager to hear every sound from him. Others commented, how can she stand it? Because she loved it. Was love blind? My opinion, or in my opinion, love is not blind, but people failing in love becomes blind. This is mostly applicable to teenagers because they take irrational decision due to their uncontrolled feelings and emotions. As most of us, the people, 99% fall this category. Love is considered to be blind. Blind here stands for taking unevaluated decision before implementation. So love is blind means erotic love, which does never valued social norms and ethical values. In the name of love, people are abusing life, but it is not true love. Fake loves layers on everything. Fake loves is blind and which see nothing good and evil. Fake loves claim forgiveness and commits wrong all the way. Fake loves commits not mistakes but error. Love of God is abused by fake lovers, but love of scared marriage is abused by fake lovers. I see two types of people living in the city. One is totally concerned about keeping love true. They even fear to look television. They are totally devoted to true love. They are not claiming love as forgiving God. But I have seen multitude with open relationship. For them love is forgiving God. They are too much concerned about sex rather than true love. I salute those people living who wants to vote to save ethical values in the name of nationalism. They are true lover of nation. Blind love, why love is when you submit all of yourself to that person without knowing you have nothing left for yourself and for others. It's when you have become fool, idiotic, and or stupid that others can only define but accept you. There comes to a point that it has changed you to a different person, that you are not who you are should be. Only later it will push you to a limit and realized you have loved the wrong person. And then when the right person comes, him or her will have difficulty loving you or vice versa. Learning lesson is that be careful not to be blinded by love, because love is powerful, a killer, and so precious that it has so many definitions. So be happy in your life with your loved ones. Have a good day, my friends. And if you like my blogs, please subscribe and share my channel. Thanks a lot for watching my videos.